So I actually decided against putting the batteries on board. We're still having weird issues. Let's see if it will do it. Well, that might have been fixed. I just restarted the game. Maybe another patch was installed. Because I'm not sliding all over the place. And landing gear are locking again. So maybe that's been fixed. But these pads were working before. And they're not now. So we're just going to leave the batteries behind. I unloaded the auxiliary ships from this ship. It's just to save weight because we don't need them. So we're ready to go do some work on the space station. And I'm kind of thinking it's good to go to space for a little while just so these glitches will hopefully be sorted out by the time we come back. Space Engineers is a fickle mistress. You never know what it's going to do. Alright, so let's fire her up. Now, did that actually disconnect? Yes, it did. Good. Our landing gear are ready to lock, so that's working right again. That's good to hear. So, main engines on. We should be able to just pull away. Alright, we're basically going straight up, so we already know this ship can make it, so I'm not really going to bother recording all of this because it should be straightforward. I'm going to leave the recording going just in case something goes wrong, though. Alright, so we're arriving at the station. We need to rename it something. I have to give some thought to that, like probably just something simple like Waypoint or Horizon or something like that to kind of reflect its purpose. But I ended up using all my hydrogen on that. It was not the best liftoff I've ever done, but we made it. I probably didn't have to use 100% of it, but for safety's sake at the end there, we're still at point like point something, point 2.14 or something like that gravity, so I just left them on until they were empty just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to start slowing down here just a little bit. So we don't want to come flying in and crash into stuff. Even though that thing's pretty small, it'd be pretty unlikely to actually hit it, but we're operating on very little thrust here, and I don't want to overshoot it if I can avoid it as well. We probably are going to overshoot it, it looks like. Good thing I aimed off to the side a little bit. I have no hydrogen to speed this process up. Oh god, are we going to collide? Nope, just come real close. Alright, so lesson learned there. Start braking a lot earlier. I thought I was braking early, but I'm going to slow down as soon as I get out of atmosphere next time. Oh well. We didn't collide. That's what matters. Alright, so I'm going to go pull up next to this thing, I think, and we need to start doing some planning. Now, I did not get to bring all the batteries that I wanted to, but basically what we're going to do is build the reactor area first. I brought stuff to build one small reactor, one of the modded reactors that I like. So we should be able to get power on more reliable. I have a lot of uranium on this ship too, so I'll probably leave like 250 uranium on board or something like that, just to make sure she's got power, because I don't know, I probably won't even use solar panels in the end on this thing. Alright, so let's just close in at like 20 meters per second. Patience is key. Look how long it took us just to get up to 20 meters per second. I should probably have one of those LCDs that's part of the automatic LCD mod that has estimated stopping distance. That'd probably be good to do. Make some of this maneuvering a little bit simpler. But that would actually kind of require redesigning the bridge quite a bit. There's not really enough room for more LCDs on the bridge as it is. So I brought like 10,000 steel plate, 2,500 interior plate, and a bunch of miscellaneous other stuff. So we should be able to get quite a lot built up here. And like I said, I'm probably going to spend a decent amount of time here just because hopefully things will be a little more stable up here than they are down on the surface until some more stuff gets patched. Although, like, when I left, the landing gear were working again, so maybe it got fixed again. It's a big update they did, so obviously it throws a lot of stuff into chaos, but I could do without the chaos for a little while, so... 200 meters, 250 meters rather. Alright, let's really get it down. The closer I pull up to it, the less far I have to fly to unload, so I'm kind of wanting to get fairly close. I think I want to pull around the other side of it so that the main cargo bay is open. Actually, I might use the rear one because then I don't have to depressurize the front one. In fact, I think I will do that because then we just kind of park the aft section of the ship. Oh god. How did we end up getting that much speed and then not... That was something. I don't know how I got that much speed that quickly and then I wasn't able to stop at all, but whatever. It is what it is. We have some damage to repair on the ship and the station now. Doesn't look like anything important got damaged. One solar panel and probably some dents in the back. Alright, so I think I'm going to call that good as far as where we're going to park the ship. So yeah, see, I got 10,000, where are the steel plates? Oh, yes, there they are, 10K, 3K, it's rounding up. I brought a bunch of girders and pretty much anything I think we'll need. Gravity generator components, medical components, reactor components, all that sort of stuff. So we should be in pretty good shape to get that done. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go see what we did to the aft end of the ship. So I think we'll grab some steel plates and head out there and see how badly I messed up the back of the ship. Alright, this bay is not pressurized, so it's important to remember to put my helmet on before we get in here. And let's go ahead and pop the door. And cargo bay. It's weird with this being empty back here. I usually have ships parked. Grab like 50. That ought to be enough to be sure we fixed anything we need to. Oh god, why are my inertial dampeners off? It's weird when that happens to the blocks where you can see through them like that. Like see through the gap. Yeah, it's a pretty minor collision actually. As far as collisions go, how much damage did we do to the solar panel? Well, it lost a bunch of solar cells, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're probably going to be tearing them out anyway. So, we're still within the artificial gravity field here of the ship. Where does that end? I thought I adjusted that way down. Did it get changed again? Okay, this side of the station doesn't have gravity, but this side does. Well, that'll make working in here a little bit easier. I might want to align the ship a little bit better. Alright, so I'm just going to get started building this engine room here. Those solar panels are probably going to just have to come off because the sparking is going to bug me after a while. Not real sure exactly what I'm doing here. This is how I design things though. I kind of just end up free-forming it and seeing what kind of sticks. Well, I guess we have some scrap metal to bring back down and get processed. Alright, so we're already kind of committing to batteries being here. I think what we'll do is probably have maybe a total of 10 batteries on this thing. I have 8 down there that I already kind of welded up into these groups of 2. So we can install 1, 2... Maybe we'll just do 3, because then this would be the center. We should we'll put the reactor on this side then, and have kind of a little walkway in between them. I think that's probably the way I'm going to go. So I'm going to spend some time figuring this out, and I'll be back when there's something to update. Alright, so I think I'm just going to back the ship right up. This should save me a decent amount of walking. As long as I'm careful here, it should be fine. And let's head up to the medical room while we're here just to recharge. Don't really need to yet, but I'm already back inside. I might as well. It's one of the reasons I set these ships up with all this extra stuff, like crew quarters and stuff. It just makes sense to me. We're going to be up here for what in game would probably be a couple weeks working on this project, so it makes sense. Why am I not getting any more hydrogen? Oh, because I'm out of hydrogen. That would be why. I have some hydrogen tanks on board, like little bottles, so those will keep me going for a while, but using less hydrogen would be definitely nice, and if we move this ship, should definitely be using quite a bit less. So, let's see here. We need to move over. Let's move back first just so we have an idea, and we also need to rotate the ship. I believe yaw is the term, and move side to side a little bit, and we're gonna go nice and slow so we don't either melt anything or crash into anything. Enough crashing for today. And this should give me the ability to just walk, if I get lined up correctly, straight off the hangar deck onto the station, and I shouldn't have to use hydrogen. We're not quite touching yet. There we go. Touching. Keep moving the mouse. I shouldn't do that. I should use the keyboard really to do the pitch and stuff, but alright, that seems pretty darn good. Maybe go up just a hair and call that good. Actually, let's pitch and then go up just a hair more. Make sure we're back. Gonna call that good. I'm assuming that's good enough. So I'm working on getting the power systems online first, because that seems like the most important thing. Then I can strip those solar panels off and retire those. And solar panels are a pain in the butt. I don't have a grinding ship or a welding ship that's capable of operating in space yet, so doing it the old-fashioned way for a bit here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll just be able to jump that. Cool. Alright, so I have basically done everything that I can do with the materials that I have. I unloaded everything else. Had a pretty good start to a starbase sort of thing going here. Let's head outside and have a look. And turn on my dampeners. Alright, so just for good measure, I like to close those doors. So this is what we've got started. It's pretty basic, but we've got a bunch of solar arrays. Some of them still need parts. I'm kind of doing this little cutout in this part here. There's no gravity. Well, there's some artificial gravity from the station, but I should be... Oh, God. It's all goofy when you try to do the magnetic boots. But this is going to be a cargo bay. Get on here, we get a nice view. On this side, we have what's going to be where our oxygen tanks are and the controls related to those. And over here, we have our reactor room and some room for more batteries to go in here. So we'll get those on the next trip, assuming the maglock pads are actually working now. I did put some stuff in the storage. We actually transferred everything over from Reclaimer. So that ship is basically empty. And it's daytime down on the planet. So I'm going to head back down and land. And see what we're going to be working on next. I think that's probably going to end it for this episode, though, because you've seen me land before. It's just going to be more of the same. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.